What's up, guys? Card Poppers back here with another investment review. So in an earlier video you may have seen me go through my Jalen Hurts, my extensive Jalen Hurts collection, and talk a little bit about why I believe in Jalen Hurts. Here's some more of my speculative buys and some guys I don't believe in as much, but are still guys I feel like people should be investing in, at least until the off season's over. And if you really believe in some of these guys, I'd hang on to them, during the season and see if they make the playoffs or do well. But here's some of the guys I feel like values are kind of low right now and will go up going into the next season and into the end of the off season. So first up, we have, one of my favorite brands or parallels is a rated rookie. We have an orange Tua Tagovailoa rated rookie, numbered out of 199. I think this card does about $100. I'm guessing it'll go up a little bit once the season gets closer. Lamar Jackson, this guy his cards have dropped insanely low for him, being an MVP at one point. I still think he's a really good player, potentially a top 3 player if you can stay healthy and get some help on that team. I know they signed Odell, but I believe that team needs a little bit more help other than just Odell. But this card's selling for like $40, and I think that's just criminally low. I feel like his value is really depreciated, and if you can find some of his stuff for a good deal, it might be a really good investment, because I feel like he's going to get a lot of the spotlight this next year with being the highest paid quarterback right now. Herbert, his stuff is still really high, but some of his parallels are a little bit lower than others. I believe this card does about $75 to $85 right now. But with it being off season, any of these guys are good pickups, because this could very easily be a $150 card in 2 or 3 months as the season kind of gets closer. Another Tua, this is a Prism Black. Looks like it's out of 75. I don't do a whole lot of Prism Black, but I like these numbered colored parallels. I think they're really cool and kind of hard to find as well. I believe these come out of Chronicles packs, which is a really low-end brand, so I personally wouldn't do rips of Chronicles. I would do Prism or Optic if I were to rip retail, but when you can hit something like this, it's definitely worth it. Deshaun Watson, probably one of the more controversial players I have invested in right now, with all the allegations he had and not playing for a lot of last season and the season before. I don't know if this is going to be a good investment or a really bad investment. I thought it was going to be a good investment if he plays well, but he kind of has a cloud over him now, so you may never see his prices recover, in my opinion. But we're going to hang on to it at this point and kind of see what happens. AJ Brown, this guy comes from my favorite team, the Eagles. I think I picked this up at about 170 and maybe does 200 now. I just really wanted the card. This is more of like a PC card to me. I was kind of on a binge of collecting select tie-dyes for a while. Looks like the case or the one touch is not one touch, but the team bag's a little beat up, so I might have to change it out. But this card is really sick looking. A 2-color patch, autographed, tie-dye. This is like a premium card. If you were a AJ Brown believer, this is a card that you'd want to have. Oh, this is just a card I graded. I bought a bunch of Prism rookies. I got a good deal on those, and this is the one I was hoping for a 10. And obviously the Grizzlies season didn't end the way that they were hoping. I mean, they probably weren't. They wanted to get a championship, but they weren't hoping to get knocked out so early. They wanted to at least get into a later round, but yeah, they got knocked out first round, and Ja has a bunch of stuff going on outside, off-court issues, and yeah, this is maybe a $10 card right now, so I figured I'd just hang on to this thing and see what happens. Another Tua card, a little die cut. As I said in an earlier video, die cuts are kind of hard to gem, so if you can find PSA 10 die cuts, there's definitely a premium to them, and I think they're well worth it. This card is probably going to be PC for a while. I was a big Michael Vick fan. The first Madden game I ever played was Madden 05, and Donovan McNabb was on the front cover, and Michael Vick was really fun to play with on the Falcons at the time. Then when he came to the Eagles, my team, he was just fun to watch, and I know he's had a lot of controversy too, but I think he's really changed the way he is and changed who he is as a person. He's an analyst now, and he's a very holy person. I really think he's changed his outlook on life. But this card, when I got a trade offer on this thing, I feel like I had to take it. This is a blue shimmer, so prism shimmer out of 5. Obviously not rookie, but a very nice parallel. Got a 10-10 through SGC. I don't think I'd try and cross it over. I feel like it, would increase the value a little bit, but there's not a lot of comps to go off of on this card. So this might be a card for me just to hang on to for a while. I'm guessing the value is around $250, $300, but I mean, this thing's just sick. I feel like it's an awesome card. I really just wanted it. Herbert Hollow. This is probably doing close to $300 last summer, and it's maybe doing 120 to 130 now. So his stuff after he got bounced in the playoffs last year really dropped, and then the whole market dropped for a while from the 2021 and the 2022 highs last summer. So you'll see some of this stuff rebound, I think, at some point, unless something else crazy happens and the card market goes more down as a whole. And then last but not least, so this guy probably had the most hype in all of football last season, and he really didn't live up to it. So you saw his cards kind of go down a bunch as well, but I think I got a pretty alright deal on this card as well. So I'm just gonna hang on to it, if not for a long time, maybe until the beginning of preseason, maybe a couple weeks after that, a week before the season starts, and maybe just see if I can unload it then and get a good price for it. But it's probably doing $500 to $700 right now, maybe $600, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, let's get some of these cards into poppers and let's see what they look like on display. So I'm going to do the Prism Black Tua, the 2 Herberts, and then the Orange Rated Rookie Tua. So we're going to display those. So here's a popper case right here. I'm just going to open it up for you guys. Pop in my card. Close it up and pop it into the display. And I'll move the display down here so you guys can see. There we go. Next up, and this is the business that I work with. I'm not necessarily a founder, but I do have a stake in this business, and it's something I believe in. I really think it's going to be a big product at some point. There's number 3. And once you get the hang of using these things, it's really easy to work with. I think they're one of the best displays that you can really have on the market because they're so versatile. And I did all PSAs right here, as you can see. But I mean, you can easily pop, one of these out, use an SGC or a Beckett case and pop an SGC or Beckett card in there, or one touch toplet or whatever you feel you need to display. And actually, Card Poppers is coming out with a 48 card display at some point, so that'll be up and out in the next month here, hopefully. But yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you see something you like, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on YouTube, hit me up and just give me a shout out, and maybe we can work out a deal. But yeah, we're on Instagram, card_poppers. We're on YouTube here. Check out if you want to purchase a board, or if you want to get a 48 card display, head over to cardpoppers.com. And thanks for watching, guys. See you later.